And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and it is Saturday, and you know what that means. It's time for all the toy news, action figure news of the week that interested me, and hopefully interest you, and it is Wrestlemania weekend, all weekend for the ages in wrestling, but of course, toy news, and we're going to carry on from where we left off yesterday, if you're watching these in order, as we did do a Mattel reveals video already. We'll have some more reveals in this very video as well, so stay tuned for more wrestling figure news. But of course, as usual, little housekeeping at the top of the show. I guess we'll start it off with the Patreon giveaway. The Patreon giveaway for the month of April, it is Asuka. Is anybody ready for this Ultimate? You should be. It's a good one. But Asuka is the giveaway for Patreon members this month of April. Check out the Patreon, link in the description below. All kinds of stuff over there every single day. Early access to both YouTube channel videos. All the figure photography. Of course, monthly giveaways like this. Monthly Q&As. Pizza stuff. Dog reviews. You name it. It's all over there on the old Patreon channel. Appreciate all the support of the Patreon members. A lot going on over there every single day. And a lot going on in this very YouTube channel every day as we're dangerously close to 40,000 subscribers as I film this. Who knows? By the time this video drops, we might be over 40,000 subscribers. And of course, when that 40,000 hits, next week in the weekly purchases, a week from tomorrow, if you're watching this in order, I will be giving away the KWK 1-of-1 sample of Manitar to one lucky viewer. Check out that Manitar review on this very YouTube channel, and you can find out how to win that one. I will be drawing a name next Sunday, so if you want a copy of my book, you still have time to grab one from Amazon. They actually put it on sale, and I guess I got that right here too. The soft cover is on sale at Amazon right now. They dropped the price. Hey, Amazon, thank you. $62 is the price now for the soft cover. Of course, hardcover, very expensive, but it is a Chase variant exclusive edition to Barnes & Noble. But almost 700 pages in this book, as you guys do know. But pick up a copy of that. Go over to the old X, the Twitter, follow the rules on the video, and you can win this 1-of-1 sample. Quite the giveaway there. And like I said, 40,000 subscribers. Thank you, everybody, for that. That means a new top 10 video probably next week, so stay tuned for that as well. And then don't forget about little old Kyle Peterson 2.0. If you haven't subscribed to that, what are you waiting for? I'll wait. Well, there you go. Subscribe to Kyle Peterson 2.0. We got videos every single day over there. That's the Overflow channel at this point. A lot of shorts over there, a lot of other stuff. A lot of Todd McFarlane on the couch over there. A lot of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles this week. It was really Turtle Week over on Kyle Peterson 2.0. Last Ronin just taking over the channel. Check out that. Make sure you subscribe to that channel. We're dangerously close to 4,000 subscribers. Just a few away. So if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe to Kyle Peterson 2.0. A lot of fun on there every single day as well. And last bit of housekeeping right here. Whatnot. I mentioned it last week. I do have a Whatnot stream. My first ever Whatnot stream will be a week from Saturday, the 13th of April, 3 o'clock Central, 4 o'clock Eastern Time. I will be on Whatnot, possibly with some special guests. We're going to run it like this. We're going to run it like a live show is what we're going to do. And I'm going to sell some stuff for my personal collection. A lot of stuff going to just start at $1. Whatever it goes for, it goes for. It's stuff that's built up in my collection over years. Go over to Whatnot. Hit the link in my description of this very video. You can get a free $10 as well. And you can buy one of those things if you want to. Or you can just stop by and say hi. You don't even have to buy anything. You can just watch. You can also be entered in the giveaway. I will be giving away a Coliseum Collection Heart Foundation in that Whatnot video. You just got to be in the room to win that. So stay tuned to that. That should be a real fun giveaway. Much more on that, of course. But next Saturday, we'll be doing that. Like I said, possibly some special guests. Maybe even a giant. You never know who might be there. But we'll see what happens over on Whatnot. But bookmark the show. Check it out. It should be a fun time over there. And I will be doing a show in May as well, as I have partnered with Whatnot. And next week is part of their Whatnot Con. It's like a virtual con, I guess, with tons of different people selling stuff. Go all in there. Check it out. Follow, bookmark, all that fun stuff. And we'll see you on Whatnot on the 13th at 3 o'clock Central, 4 o'clock Eastern Time. Be there or be square. And as Huey Lewis once said, it's hip to be square, as we do know. So there it is. That is the housekeeping, looking at everything right here. I should say, special Good Brothers shout out to old Lars Frederiksen from Rancid. He's got my book. Do you? Lars better get entered in that KWK sample giveaway, that's for sure. But shout out to Lars Fredrickson. I talked about it last week. I think Rancid was the album of the week last week. Really blows little Kyle's mind. When I was like 13, 14, walking to and from school with my Discman in hand, I was listening to Rancid every single day for about 2 years. And it's just wild to see that. It's like a full circle moment. Very, very crazy for me. Shout out to Rancid. I can't wait to see them in concert this summer. So there you go. The more you know, folks, the more you know. But let's dive in. Let's go with some more Mania weekend reveals. We're going to have reveals apparently every single day. Sunday, CM Punk's going to have the floor. They're going to talk about stuff. I'm sure we're going to see a lot more renders, things like that. So much more to come in the news. We'll probably have to do another news video maybe Sunday night or Monday. Stay tuned for that as well. But we did go over Mattel reveals on Thursday. We did a whole half-hour video of a ton of stuff. Here's a few things that were announced on Friday and a few things I did miss on Thursday. But Friday, we did see that Jim Neidhart Legends figure that swept the nation there. Very reminiscent of his old Hasbro, as we know. It looks like that is going to be a 2-in-1 figure, which I'm here for. That's a lot of hits to be played by Mattel right there. We can make him as Who, of course, his short-lived, extremely short-lived gimmick. I love that kind of crazy stuff. I love a 2-in-1 figure. Gonna have to pick up 2 of those Jim Neidharts just for that. So Who is coming to the line? Who? Who knows? Maybe it's Roger Daltrey. We'll never know. We'll never know. Or maybe the great John Entwistle. That's what I would prefer there. But we also saw Monday Night Wars line. We got the Big Boss Man coming to the line. It looks to be kind of a greatest hits type thing to the prior Elite. Couldn't see really good images of that, but that's what I do assume. But you know what happens when you assume. You got to be careful, as we do know. So we did see that. We also saw Katana Chance and Caden Carter basics. We saw those for the kind of, I think the first time, kind of loose right there like that. So we did see those. Those are 2 must-haves and little itty-bitty figures for sure. I'm here for that. But then, you wouldn't believe it, my wallet. I opened up my wallet, and who was in there but the Saved by the Bell kids?
Dumb.
Stupid.
Crazy.
Yes, the Saved by the Bell kids coming out of my wallet. It was like one of those cards you open up that starts singing to you. And they were telling me I was stupid and stuff, but we did get an announcement here. And I'm just looking at myself, Kyle, how dumb are you? How dumb are you? You're going to go down this road. You're going to do this. You've been complaining, and now there's another fuel on the fire here. What am I talking about? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles crossover event of a lifetime with the WWE. Oh my gosh, the Turtles, they will go to anybody. Anybody that's got that sweet, sweet green money, man, that Nickelodeon, they'll take it in any kind of Turtles representation. Now, we had a WWE Turtles crossover way back in the day. I have all those in my collection. It's the Turtles dressed up as Ultimate Warrior, Roddy Piper, John Cena. You get the point there. This is flipping the script here as it's Mattel Elites dressed up, inspired by the Turtles stuff. So maybe playing a little bit more hits for the wrestling audience for sure on this one. But you know me, I go both ways. I go both ways in my Turtles and my wrestling. I'm here for that. So it's going to be an interesting one. I still don't really know what to think of this. Really coming out of left field. Very reminiscent of the Ghostbuster crossover many years ago. I would not be shocked to see these as a Walmart or maybe a Target exclusive, something like that. I think that's probably where this will go. We'll see, though. We'll see. But we did see Roman Reigns as Shredder. I guess makes sense. And we saw Casey Jones, of course, as Cody Rhodes. Or Cody Rhodes as Casey Jones, however you want to spin it. That's what we had going on there. Then we did see Raphael as Rey Mysterio, Leonardo Seth Rollins, and then the New Day, Mikey as Kofi Kingston, and Donatello as Xavier Woods. Very interesting. I don't know. Will there be Series 2 of this? Will we see Bronson Reed as Bebop? What are we going to see in the future of this? Really kind of a head-scratcher in a lot of ways. I never thought this would happen here, but here we are. Could this be the 24th Turtle line I'm currently collecting? I guess it kind of could be. And do you display them with your Turtles or do you display them with your wrestling figures? What do? I guess you get a shelf and you display them with those Ghostbuster wrestling figures. And they are elite figures, so I got to get them. I got no choice in the matter here. But man, is that an interesting one. That is something out of left field I did not expect to see this week. I'm sure it's going to be a mixed thing. I'm sure there's some Turtle. There's probably a weekly purchases Toy News Turtles show where they're all Turtles. And they're like, what is this WWE stuff? I don't understand what any of this is. I'm sure somewhere out there. But they're going to buy it. Well, it's Turtles. I got to buy it. Or at least I cross both streams. I'll cross in the streams once again. But man, is that an interesting crossover. A crossover event of a lifetime? You guys tell me. But we're not done there. We saw Elite 110. We've seen some images and stuff. Well, we got some live look at those on Friday. We saw Pretty Deadly. First time in the line. Hopefully not last time in the line. Saw those guys. I'm here for that. Austin Theory. We saw Bruno Sammartino, the Cancel Legends. Now he's going to be in 110. We saw Roman Reigns, of course, no stranger to any toy line, including a Turtles line, as we just heard about. And then we saw Pete Dunne is going to be the regular and Chase edition in 110. I got to think, like I said in the video yesterday, 109 I think will be shipping sometime this month from Ringside Collectibles, and 110 will probably be after that, maybe early June. We'll see what happens there. But that's 110. We saw those. Speaking of Ringside, I guess they did put up and shipping right now, if you want yours, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Cody Rhodes, the latest Ultimate Wave. Mine shipped out yesterday, so I should have that next week. But those are shipping right now. The brand new SummerSlam Wave with the John Cone Build-A-Figure, shipping right now. Actually, I should have those later today. I'll probably start those reviews next week. So they just missed weekly purchases, but they're coming in today through the mail. We also saw the new Top Picks Wave, I guess Ringside shipping those as well, with Gunther, Roman Reigns, and Rey Mysterio. I think Rey is the only one I have to get out of that set there. So that looks pretty good. Of course, head over to Ringside Collectibles. All kinds of stuff going on right now. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%, as I always do say. But we're not done with wrestling. There's more than just WWE Elite, and we will come back to WWE Elite probably in the next couple of days with some more news. As it breaks through, we'll give the old whoa, 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 stop the clock. But Zombie Sailor Toys, of course, no stranger to controversy, no stranger to wrestling figures, no stranger to shipping things out, and you'll see some Zombie Sailor Toys in the weekly purchases tomorrow, or right now if you're a Patreon member. But we did see him. He's got Masato Tanaka, the Sandman. Sandman getting a lot of love this weekend. We saw the franchise. We saw Francine. We saw Too Cold Scorpio. We saw a little ECW reunion right there in Philadelphia for WrestleMania weekend. Giving us maybe an ECW subset. I'd be here for that. Or maybe just a wave of ECW figures. I think that would be very fun. You know me, I love my ECW. I love my ECW figures. So I did like the looks of those ones. We also saw Henry O. Godwin. Last week we saw some prototype images. This time we saw the colored images. Thought those looked pretty good. Bloody Matt Cardona, Bloody Ric Flair. Get me both of those. You know me, I love a bloody figure. Saw those. We saw Hakushi and we saw Ahmed Johnson as well. So a lot of hits being played via Zombie Sailor Toys. Very interested to see where the more elite style figures go. As of filming right now, I didn't see any kind of pictures for those or anything going on. Let's get those turning and burning. Let's get some of the Hakushis of the world in that line. Would love to see that in the future. We'll see what happens there. But that was Zombie Sailor Toys. Not to be outdone, Grapplers and Gimmicks, they are not there this weekend, but they did show us some new figures off this week. The Rougeau brothers, oh my gosh, one of the most underrepresented toys ever, or I guess tag teams in toy lines ever, I guess is how you would say that. We should have got them in LGNs, should have got them in Hasbro, should have got them in Jakks Classic Superstars. Can't believe we haven't got them from Mattel. But the old Hustle Man bringing them out here in the retro wave. And they got capes like young Lando Calrissians out there. So we do got the Rougeaus coming. We also got Al Snow. Of course, Chella Toys gave us an Al Snow. Now Hassel Toys and Grapplers and Gimmicks going to give their interpretation of Al Snow very soon. So those are coming. And speaking of retros through the mail, I should have old Carlito through the mail very, very soon. So stay tuned for that as well. And then we throw it back last week a little bit to figure collections. There was that Wrestle Expo or WrestleCon. I think it was in Indiana, I believe. Indianapolis. Oh, shout out to Indiana. They did show some different things. A lot of Bone Crushers. Not the Crunchers, the Crushers. The Jeff Jarrett's of the world. Ultimo Dragon, Sonny Ono. Where are those? Hopefully soon. Macho Man, where's he? Hopefully soon. We saw those. We saw Glacier. A lot of prototypes. A lot of things going on over there. Looked like prototype Matt and Brian in their Stomp gear. I'm very interested in that. I really miss out on those Valorverse Stomp figures that never happened. Wish they could have had those. I'd be here for them in the old Bone Crushers line, though. So we'll see what happens with figure collections there. But figure collections also showed off some retros. A lot of Colt Cabanas. 3. Man, I just don't like it when these companies are making multiples. I get it. I put that business hat on. It gives me hat hair, but I got to do it from time to time. Got to get the most out of your molds. So 3 different Colt Cabanas does make a lot of sense, I guess, in a business perspective. But I would just really kind of want one. I don't know. Maybe they'll have a bundle deal where you can save like $15 if you buy all 3. Shout out there. That'd be the way to go. But they did show Buff Bagwell and the Patriot. Got to imagine we'll see repaints of both of those, multiple versions. You could even get Marcus Alexander Bagwell in the mix there. Or maybe the Handsome Stranger. Oh, throw it back to the old GWF days. Kyle running home from school to watch that. You never know. But those both look pretty good. I'm here for the Patriot. Love a good masked man. Oh, but still my heart. There you go. But we did see those from Figure Collections. And then I did get shipping just yesterday, the limited edition Diamond Collection Power Town Kerry Von Erich. I did get that shipped to me, so I should have that hopefully in the next week or so as well. So a little Power Town action. I think that's a smart move on Power Town. In between sets, they need to do stuff like this to keep their name up there. And of course, we're running out of time. If you want those Remcos, better get your pre-orders in before time does run out on that. But Kerry Von Erich coming very, very soon. And then maybe the most exciting news of the week for me, you know I like my guys big. I like them when they're Johns and they're studs, but I also like them big and rubbery. Oh, I love my guys big and rubbery. And those big rubber guys coming in extra hot. I'm here for this week. Dusty Rhodes, Powers of Pain, 3 all-timers, 3 must-haves. The big rubber guys playing so many hits for me, it's unimaginable. It's almost like the Eagles' greatest hits album. Isn't it the best selling album of all time? But this speaks to me and my collecting as a very small child. I'm here for all the big rubber guys. Very excited about these. I did reach out to Canik. I said, you've got to get us a Dusty Rhodes in face paint, LOD style. I think that would be a must-have figure, an easy repaint like the Hacksaw Jim Duggan we got coming out soon, in that demolition kind of face paint. Would love to see Dusty in some war paint as well, because you gotta believe they're working over there to get the Legion of Doom. We know the Legion of Doom is going to other vendors, Zombie Sailor, of course, and others. Would love to see the Major Bendy's line get a little Legion of Doom, Road Warriors out there, and then we can get a Dusty to pair with it with face paint. It could be the 6-man tag champs. Here for that all day long. And twice on Sunday. Yes, you heard it here first. Twice on Sunday. $149 for the bundle pack. Of course, by the end of the month, end of April, you have to pre-order those. Give me those. Give me those as fast as you can. I'm here for the big rubber guys. But that's it for wrestling news right there. A lot of wrestling news and more to come, like I did say. Stay tuned to the channel. Make sure you subscribe, as I said earlier there. But now we got to go from Wrestlemania weekend. We got to take a trip to Anaheim, California. We got to go to WonderCon, one of the most wonderful cons of all time. It says it in the name there. But we did see from Hasbro, they did announce the latest and greatest Iron Man wave. 6 figures up for pre-order at all the usual places. Entertainment Earth, save 10% with discount code Kyle, as you guys do know. Of course, you can also go to Big Bad Toy Store, link in the description down below. DJC Collectibles, 8 off DJC, save 8% off your order. All the usual hits being played, all the usual suspects. But Iron Man wave, a little Iron Man heavy here. I do like that we get the Whiplash in this set here. Would have loved to see a Titanium Man, but not in the cards yet. Maybe later this year. But this really speaks to my childhood as well. I love the Toy Biz Iron Man. Brings me back to the old Marvel Action Hour back in the day. Did you guys watch that? You guys watch that Marvel Action Hour? It was on at like 2 a.m. on Fox for me. I had to videotape it. It was Sunday nights. Wild time. I had to watch it Monday morning, but quite the hits being played with the Marvel Action Hour. And, of course, the Iron Man wave. We'll see how that looks. I believe July ship date, probably sooner on those. But then G.I. Joe took hold. Oh, always taking hold there. We did see some new retro card figures. Of course, we knew these were already coming. But we saw Beachhead, we saw the Snow Serpent, and we saw the Cobra Eel. All 3 up for pre-order, all the usual places. We got those coming. I think Beachhead's going to be a heavy hitter for a lot of people. I love a good Beachhead, of course. But a lot of people missed out on the Cobra Island one back in the day. They're going to get another chance here on one of the greatest Joe figures back in my playing days as well. We also saw the Ferret, of course, with Driver. Hasbro Pulse exclusive, up for pre-order this week. I had to wring Hasbro Pulse's neck this week. I'm a Pulse member, so I'm supposed to get free shipping. Well, last pre-order thing, they couldn't figure it out. I kept getting logged out, and then I'd finally get logged in. It said I didn't get free shipping. Even though it showed in there, I did pay for it, and unfortunately, I couldn't get it figured out. I gave them message after message. Oh, we're working on it. We fixed it. I'm like, no, you didn't. You didn't fix it. Then I forgot about it. Went to order the Ferret. Same old song and dance, playing all those hits once again. Couldn't get in to get my pre-order, so I sent them a message. Can I just get my money back from the premium membership? Obviously, it doesn't work for me. I'd like that back. And what do you know? The minute I say I want a refund, they immediately get it fixed. So then I got my Ferret there. Shout out to good friend of the channel, Midwest Professional Wrestling, Gage Octane, a legend of the Squared Circle, trained by Harley Race and Dory Funk Jr., for those that know. He was nice enough. I said, hey, pre-order one of these just in case for me, and then you can cancel it. And that's what we did. We canceled it when I finally got in. So shout out to Gage Octane. Big move, big collection movement on Gage Octane right now. Maybe we should go film a tour of his toy collection. Maybe we'll do that one of these days. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. But I did get that. I ended up getting the old Ferret there. But then in G.I. Joe news, well, unfortunately, Super 7 no longer hunting for the DIC. And I thought the Baroness, Scarlet, Lady J, I thought they were always on the hunt for the DIC. Every time they were looking around, they're looking for DIC. Where's the DIC? I want the DIC. That's what they would say, because these were the DIC cartoon-colored G.I. Joe figures. Well, unfortunately, news out of Super 7 this week, those 3 figures were canceled. They put the kibosh. They chopped off the DIC is what they did. No more DIC. The DIC hunt has been canceled, unfortunately. no Super 7 DIC figures, at least as of right now, so all 3 of those were canceled. There wasn't enough support for that. Now, I know a lot of people say, and I see it in my reviews, I've been doing these Simpsons unboxings lately on the channel, people are saying, oh, I want these, but I'm going to wait till they go to clearance. Trust me, those clearance days are few and far between going forward. Super 7 is dialed back product. I'm seeing it right now because I'm about getting a deal. You guys know that. I check Entertainment Earth. I said, this is the pro tip of all pro tips, guys. Take note from a figure collector right here. Entertainment Earth, every single day, they do hot off the truck. They update the hot off the truck. That's stuff that just came in. I don't pre-order a lot of stuff. I wait for it to come hot off the truck. Bam, put in code Kyle. I save 10% right off the bat on something brand new. That's how I buy a lot of my Super 7 figures. That's the best way because I got to get a deal. It all adds up. You can save money. Well, I have been noticing things have come up. The latest Simpsons wave with Radioactive Man and the Ned Flanders. Well, the king-sized Homer and the Mike Tyson already sold out, not going hot off the truck because their pre-orders sold out. They dialed back their orders. There is not going to be the quantities of Super 7 figures in the past for these crazy deals. That's not good for Super 7. That's not good for anybody except us. And of course, they care about their profits before they care about ours. That's just the way it goes. It's a business at the end of the day. So if you're playing long games on some of these things, you might get a win here and there, but I really do see the future not being so bright on those long gamers. There's going to be X amount, and if there is an X amount, you're going to see cancellations like this. The DIC's going to be chopped off right in front of your eyes, and it's a messy scene. You don't ever want to be a part of the DIC getting chopped off, and we just saw it, and it come to fruition here with the ladies' night. Those ladies, they're never going to find that DIC. I don't know what they're going to have to look for now, but be careful there. That's what I'm going to say. I just think the long games, they're not going to be as easy as they once were. I've been saying it for a while, and I think the time is upon us. The new Simpsons line, perfect example. The new Ghost Papa figure, perfect example. Once again, no extra stock hot off the truck. The pre-order, whatever it was, that's what it is. And maybe there'll be returns, maybe there'll be some of that, but there's no extra. So waiting, getting that 10% off, not working for me. It's failing. Unfortunately, or fortunately for me, Big Bad Toy Store still had them. I just went over and picked up the 2 other Simpson figures and the Papa over there. You gotta do what you gotta do, but it's getting a little confusing in the old action figure game. So be on the hunt for it. Be on the hunt for the DIC, just like that. What? Oh, it was my wife. I think she said she was on the hunt for the DIC figures too. She loves the DIC, my wife. Shout out to her. But of course, we're not done. I forgot about WonderCon, one other one, and we don't talk a lot of Transformers over here. Transformers and me, we have an epic battle. It's like Optimus versus Megatron. I'm not sure which one I am. I'm in the middle, I guess. But I'm very frustrated with my Transformers collecting over many years. But I will be picking up Swoop. They finally got Swoop coming to us. About time. Let's complete those Dinobots. Swoop is coming. A must-have for me as well. And then WonderCon, we got a little other announcement over there. Of course, we knew something was coming. Well, Mondo, Masters of the Universe, Teela. Up for pre-order right now. Pick her up if you need it. A must-have if you're collecting those Mondo figures. Everybody loves little Teela for sure. She's searching for the Filmation is what I've been told. That's what I've been told. She's looking for the Filmation. But Mondo Teela, get your order in right now. And then we're not done with Mondo. It looks like there's going to be a Werewolf by Night exclusive at C2E2 in Chicago. That is the same weekend of Kane County Toy Show. I will be at that Kane County Toy Show this year, so shout out to everybody there. Hopefully I see some of you guys and the gals, all the gals out there. We'll see what's going on. But I will be there, and I might go to C2E2 on Saturday because I will be in Springfield, Illinois. It looks like the Friday, or kind of that area. Not necessarily Springfield, but the area. So I'm like, there's no reason to drive all the way home to go all the way back, so I'm probably going to end up sticking out there. We'll see what ends up happening. More to come on that, but I might go to C2E2, so we'll see what ends up happening. I heard Sting's going to be there, and I heard Svengoolie's going to be there. I got to get a dual combo. Can I get Sting and Sven here and put my arms around him? Can I get one of those pictures? Wouldn't that be something? Maybe I should wear some face paint. They got face paint on. I should match with them. But we'll see, but I got to get that Werewolf by Night, I do think. And that's it. I think that's it from WonderCon. I'm looking at my notes real quick. But now we turn our attention to the couch. Todd McFarlane hanging out. Todd had some announcements. A lot of cool stuff at WonderCon as well. And Todd living rent-free over here on the couch, man. Give me some free product or something if you're going to live over here, Todd. But Todd, one of the hardest working men. We know he does a lot of stuff. He's got a lot of stuff coming out. And we did see the latest collector's edition at WonderCon. Boomerang, Starfire, and the Penguin. And the Penguin, oh my gosh, stole my heart, never let go. I'm here for it because the variant, or I guess the Platinum, yeah, Platinum, Todd, I know. The Platinum is going to be the old school Kenner Superpowers look. Man, oh man, get me all these Kenny Superpower ones. This is my most wanted thing for McFarlane. Todd, you've been listening to some of this dialogue I've been having. He said he is, and he just wiggled his toes in agreement. Yes, he does. So I'm very excited for the future of some of these DC McFarlanes. Getting maybe Platinums as the Kenner Superpowers. I'll take whatever I can get as long as I can get them. And it looks like the Penguin's coming in hot. Of course, Starfire gets her Dark alias there as their alternate. And then Boomerang, the one that excites me the least. I really don't know much about him. He was in Suicide Squad, I believe, wasn't he? I don't know a ton about that guy, but he throws a boomerang. A mean boomerang. A mean one. But we got him coming over there. And then we saw Mr. Zaz, Cody Rhodes back from prison, like a young Dominic Mysterio. We got him, I believe, as a McFarlane Gold Label exclusive. So if you want him, head over there. An interesting looking figure if there ever was one. We also saw Nightmare Batman Gold and Black Edition. And then we saw the latest wave of Page Punchers that's coming out as sketch editions. Todd, what are we doing? Nobody likes those sketch editions, Todd. Nobody likes them. Can anybody back me up? Does anybody like those sketch editions? Is anybody all in on those? You guys let me know in the comments down below. But it looks like we got a round of those on the McFarlane store. MTS 10, I think, saves 10% if you want to go over there. Can we get a code Kyle saves 10% at the McFarlane store, Todd? I always tag Todd in my videos too, and he never responds. He never responds. Only from the couch, I guess. He can't respond online. Can't even give me a thumbs up. Come on, Todd. I'm unboxing something every day from you. It is what it is. It is what it is. But shout out to Todd McFarlane, hardworking guy, of course. But he wasn't done there. He did announce a few other things this week. We did see a Batman 66 glow-in-the-dark Entertainment Earth exclusive Joker milking it, and he knows I want it for my closet. And that glow-in-the-dark closet, it grows. I might have to make a full-on glow-in-the-dark room, or maybe I'll build a shed or something. I don't know. But glow-in-the-dark Batman coming in hot. Batman 66. Gotta get the most out of your molds. And Todd McFarlane, the master. Yes, the master. There it is. But we also saw an interesting one that I'm up and down on. Really can't wait to see these in hand. It is the McFarlane music figures. We talked about Rob Zombie, or we talked about Ozzy Osbourne and Alice Cooper. I'm pretty down on that Ozzy Osbourne. I'm pretty down on the Ozzy. There's way better Ozzies you could have done. Maybe in the future, but I don't like the Ozzy you started with at all. Not a fan of that one. But the Alice Cooper looked pretty good to me. Well, of course, thanks to our good friend Toy Shiz over there. Oh, Toy Shiz, I met him at San Diego Comic-Con. Got to hang out at the old Entertainment Earth booth with him. But a good guy. But he was over there at WonderCon. He had some pictures there, and it looks like they have Rob Zombie coming. Always a layup. Something about McFarlane and Rob Zombie being thick as thieves. Thick as thieves, that's what it is. But they're together. But one that excited me, it is old Eddie, Iron Maiden, the Trooper. Doesn't look the best, I'm going to be honest, but we're going to see it in hand before we make hasty decisions, throwing it under the bus, stuff like that. But it looks like we're getting some of these music ones. Very interested to see where this line goes in the future. There's so many ways I'd like to see this one go. We'll have to stay tuned for that. But then the final piece of news this week before we get to the album of the week is Masters of the Universe Necroconda. Glow in the Dark, once again, playing those glow in the dark hits. Necroconda coming. It's an Origins figure, glow in the dark. Not sure if it's going to be Walmart or Target. My gut tells me Walmart, but we'll have to see in the future what's going on there. So that is the toy news this week. A big week of toy news. But now we got to turn our attention to the album of the week. All right, time for the album of the week. And this came this morning. Every Friday morning when I start my work day way earlier than most people do. Way earlier than I'd like to. I started it. And I always start my Friday work day off with a little podcast action. It is from one of my all-time favorite bands. You know them as the writers of the theme song to this channel. Shout out to Jarvis and the boys. Still very cool. They wrote an original song for me for my channel. And I'll be seeing Jarvis and the rest of Night Demon here about a month from today, as they will be swinging through the Midwest, and you know I'll be hanging out with them. Can't wait for that tour with Blind Guardian of all people. So go to those shows and tell them Kyle sent you. How about that? But they did have a special announcement. Surprise! We've re-released Curse of the Dam, Darkness Remains, and the original EP. They've re-released all three of those on vinyl, CD, you name it. Head over to nightdemon.net, I believe it is. You can get those orders right now. You know I'm ordering the CDs. I'm just not a vinyl guy. Save that for my daughter, I guess. But I gotta get the CDs. But they got bonus tracks upon bonus tracks on all of these, playing all the hits for me. So a nice surprise album of the week here from one of my absolute favorite bands that are going today. Really keeping the new wave of traditional heavy metal, easy for me to say, alive. I can't speak enough how much I love Night Demon, how many times I listened to those albums. Can't wait to see them in concert again here in the next couple of weeks. Just nothing better for me than music right now than old Night Demon. And once again, they wrote the theme to my channel. I can't believe it. It's so cool. What an honor that is right there. But 3 albums here re-released. I'm picking those up. You know I'm picking those up. So there you go. Shout out to Night Demon. And check out Night Demon's weekly podcast about a life of a band, the music, the in and outs of touring, all that kind of stuff. It's a cool about 40-minute listen every single week, but it's pretty awesome to go deep inside the Night Demon camp every single week on their podcast. And once again, tell them Kyle sent you. There you go. So there it is. WonderCon, Mattel reveals, Wrestlemania album of the week. A lot going down this week, and extra big toy news of the week. Appreciate all you guys watching. Remember all the housekeeping stuff. Make sure you subscribe to both YouTube channels. We'll do that giveaway next week, a week from tomorrow in the weekly purchases. Can't wait to see who wins that one. Talk about a 101 sample. You don't get very many of those in your life. Going to be a big win for somebody out there. Make sure you check out the Patreon if you want a part of that Oscar. Make sure you pick up the book, of course, the hardcover exclusive to Barnes & Noble. As we know, almost 700 pages. It is the complete guide to classic superstars. Appreciate all the support on these. I will be on Dave Wheeler's channel next week on Tuesday. I think I'm doing Toy Kinda Mood as well. I'm sure we'll talk about the book a little bit on those. So check me out on those live streams if that is your thing for sure. But a lot of stuff going on the channel as well. And don't forget about the Whatnot a week from today if you're watching this on Saturday when it drops. Should be cool to chat live with everybody out there. And like I said, I might have a special guest or two swing by for that video and that auctions and all that kind of fun stuff there. And we will be giving away a Heart Foundation to somebody that's watching along. So be there or be square like a young Huey Lewis. And the news. So there it is. Let me know what you're excited for. What did you see in toy news that you can't wait for? Let me know in the comments below. Like the channel or like the video. Subscribe to both YouTube channels. Kyle Peterson 2.0 as well. Make sure you sub both those. Check out the Patreon. Support the channel. Pro Wrestling Tees as well. Hit me up on social media. SirPaul64 on the X. _Kyle_Peterson on Threads and on Instagram. So for the toy news of the week, you know what I'm doing? I'm rocking and rolling, strutting and strolling to my daughter Emma. Shout out Emma. It's her birthday, the big 9. There it is. I'm off to the races and to a birthday party.